Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to another round. I'm your girl, Jay. I'm your host for today. We're back with Real Housewives of Potomac. Child, I almost said the wrong thing. We back with Real Housewives of Potomac, episodes 2 and 3 of season 7. Please forgive me. I lost my voice the other day, and I'm back to about probably 50, 60% right now. So I might be struggling through this. I hope that y'all can hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, if I'm coming out clear enough for you, please throw a heart in the chat. You know, let me know that you up in here, that you can hear me pretty well. And please bear with me, okay? Because I might run out of breath trying to get through some of these things. Anywho, I hope everybody is having a great day. Come on in, come on in. We're going to get started here in a second. I'm going to let y'all fill in and make sure that you can hear me fine. Hey, Elsie. I see you, girl. Hey, Picky P. Hey, welcome on in. Come on in. We're going to get started. I am sorry I missed last week. I was going through clearly all kind of issues or whatever. So I end up coming down with a cold and other things. Hey, this queen won't quit. Hey. So I'm trying to be here so I can be back talking. Ooh, child. It's hard to breathe. I don't know. And I still got another live today to do because I haven't been able. I promised y'all I was gonna do the reaction video. I seen it Sunday to Bree from Love Is Mine. I seen it Sunday, and I was working Sunday, worked Monday. Then my voice went out Monday, and I didn't really have a voice yesterday, so I tried to rest a lot yesterday so I can be here today so I can do these videos. So you had a cold last week too, yeah. Man, it's something going around and stuff. I caught it. I think I work in a proximity with a lot of people, so I don't really sure who I got it from. I just know that by Friday my throat was a bit itchy. Saturday, Sunday it got sore. Monday, sometime during Monday, it went out. It went out. I wasn't doing no screaming or anything, but it went out. So here we are. But yeah, I am kind of trying to wait for Sean a little bit to get here because to get started with this because I don't want to be here too long. Child, I don't. Y'all bear with me. I remember half of the episode on episode 2, okay? Because there wasn't much going on. So I titled this, Karen versus Gizelle, basically, because Karen said the people had spoken when they chose to go to her event. All right, so it's turning into a Karen versus Gizelle type situation. Let me bring my guest on for today. Y'all know this man. He really needs no introduction, but it's my Sean, my Shawnee. I'm ready to get him to the stage. Hey, Sean.
Hey, JJ.
Looking good, my guy.
Thank you. You too. I'm loving the bucket hat.
Yeah, I had to do it. My locks I had it up in a ponytail so they stuck. Like I have hair that if I put it in a ponytail, it stays in that shape. My hair is formable. Anywho.
I couldn't be too late because we got to help you preserve your voice.
Please, thank you. You see, I'm over here struggle breathing.
Hope you got a pot of tea boiling in the background.
I just had some ginger tea. I'm about to make some more when we get off of here. Not I actually got some water right now because I need to replenish myself. Haven't been drinking much or anything. I'm gonna be sounding like Karen and Mia mixed up in a minute with a little Jacqueline.
Maybe you can get some of Gizelle's cookies to help you heal too.
I'll be hey, tell her to send them things on. I'll be wanting a good cookie right about now anyway. Shoot,
Yep. I hear her cookies are really, really something to talk about too. This is the word on the street. She really is a great baker. So.
Pause. It kind of sound crazy until you said the great baker part. Her cookies is good. Word on the street, her cookies are good. Nah, look, she a great baker to everybody but Karen, because Karen said she got to be fair. She couldn't vote for Gizelle.
Exactly.
Got to be fair. Anywho, so these last 2 episodes is basically turned into a Karen versus Gizelle ever since the party. And in honor of Wendy, I'm wearing my bucket hat because, she got the bucket hat of it all. But the new episode basically kind of takes off episode 2 kind of leaves off where it started with Mia crying in the bathroom, and then they kind of all make amends or whatever, and they gloss over it. Now, going back to that, do you think that the girls were trying to attack Mia as a mother or trying to give her constructive criticism about how she's carrying on?
Maybe a little of both, but probably more on the latter. I'm not going to tussle. I'm not even going. Else they're going to make me forget. We already 2 episodes behind. Don't distract me, please. Don't get me off course. It's not today.
Not today, please.
Not today.
I ain't got a I can't remember, and Sean is trying to do his best.
Exactly. I'm very easily distracted, and this is not the time. Look, what was we talking about? Oh, Mia. See that quick? That quick. Don't do that, please, Elsa. Not now. But yeah, no, I think it was a little of both, but I think they were more so trying to just wake her up to what she's doing because, technically the things that she is doing on a very public platform are impacting her kids. And then on a micro level, forget about the cameras, you're still impacting your kids because you're doing things and saying things that are putting it out into the atmosphere that your child's father may not be the biological father. So I think Mia needs to wake up, use those tears, look in the mirror and say, hey, I might not like what they're saying, but is there some validity to what they're talking about right now?
Though I feel like Karen did deflect a bit to jump over there and whatever. I think that there was some validity in what they were saying because it's like, and Gizelle is one prime example of somebody who really protects her girls on the TV show. Like these girls was what, middle school, probably elementary when we first kind of seen them or whatever, and we don't really know much, and now they're graduating. She's done a wonderful job. She deflects so well that we don't know her children, even though I would have loved to see more of Gizelle with her children. And the same with Mia. We like to watch the family dynamics and whatnot, but you have to think about what you're saying on camera to your soon to be ex husband and the man that you currently have in your life when it comes to your kids. And like you said, to bring back on camera the fact that Inc. wants a paternity test, even though it was Gordon who originally said it, it's still a problem because now your child will get a chance to look at this, or not even that. The other children he go to school with, their parents watch this stuff, they bring it to them, and now they're picking on them like, oh, you don't know who your dad. So it's a lot that you got to take in while you're doing these reality shows, especially when you have kids. You're just not free to move and say and do everything you just want to do the way you want to. So I agree. I don't think they were really picking on her, but that's the easy cop out for a lot of these TV shows. Is once you mention the kids, it's always they're questioning my motherhood, and this stuff is like they're not questioning that part of you. So Wendy and Gizelle have their powwow, Ponderosa, as they call it or whatnot, and I was just like, we agree to disagree. That's what I came to at the end of it because I didn't really get nowhere with their conversation. I don't know if you got something out of it or whatnot, but it was more to me of a agree to disagree and be cordial for now.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the sake of the show, it's great that they're kind of moving past this point of not being able to talk because listen, the show must go on. And I'm glad whether it's fake or not, hopefully it is not fake. And I think the show did a good job, rather, production of just kind of showing us a little bit of the highlights of some of their moments when they were on better terms. So at least we know they didn't hate each other straight out the gate, and all of a sudden it's a fake friendship. They did start liking each other, which, sometimes it happens in friendships. You kind of, doesn't mean they have to be best friends, but you kind of get off course sometimes. So if this is that, I'm happy. But I think they also got called into HR too. So after they let a couple people go, a couple people moved on, whatever. They was like, all right, we need y'all to fix this. So
It was Gizelle with the tone policing a little bit for me. Like, like Wendy said, you can't really tell me how to react after you do something to me. And it's Gizelle, like, she likes to start at the end, like, no, this is how you reacted despite what I did. You shouldn't react like this. And I think Wendy made a good point too, is like, Giselle, you can't try to ice people out just because you don't like them. This franchise, the whole program does not work on just icing people out. We know that in over time that this is what the girls have learned to do to push people off of the show, but you just can't do that with everybody just because you feel like you're the face of the show and the show needs you, because eventually you'll end up pushing yourself out. So I think what Wendy is saying without saying it is like you need to be careful of how you're doing, how you're moving a little bit, Gizelle, because just icing people out and refusing to film with people, they're going to start looking at you as problematic, and they're going to find a new face. And right now, there's a face coming in real strong or whatnot. And I'm like, Stacy's coming in with a nice presence. And so you can easily be replaced. You got to be kind of careful of how you treat things or whatnot. You got Miss Wendy in the middle on through the episodes because she tried to stay neutral. But we're going to see how that works out for her as they continue. So, not me muting myself while I'm still talking. Any other thoughts on this two conversation?
yeah, I think it went about as good as we can expect it to get, because we know that Giselle's a tough cookie, and so is Wendy. I think that for those two to reach a place where they can kind of coexist and kind of like each other a little bit, I think it goes, it'll help the show go a little. Wendy is quick witted. Giselle is, I don't know if we call her quick witted, but she's always into something, So, and she's got like a funny humor, So I think, she can throw a little shade. So if Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
as long as they could just be nice, And I think as much as we like Candace and sometimes don't like Candace, that dynamic didn't help because Candace was all the way. You just tap Candace, she's coming with a machine gun for you. So, with her mouth, that is. So, I think,
Right. I feel. Oh, I'm sorry. You finished your thought.
yeah, no, I was just saying, I think that, that they're a nice balance, and I think they'll be able to play nicely off of each other. That's all.
Exactly what I was about to say. They do complement each other as far as wits go back and forth, because the shade that Giselle and Wendy tends to get is more on the fun side. It's not to cut you deep, where Candace was to cut you deep. She wants you to feel it every single time. But these two are just, this is what they're the type of energy that the show actually needs, is this fun shade or whatever. Sometimes one of them they might get into their feelings about the shade, but it's not really that deep, to be honest. It's surface level, like we get into with Stacy calling out Ashley's bunions and stuff. It's the surface level shade that you like, that makes you laugh and tickle about it or whatnot. Karen and Giselle shade is a little bit more deeper, but it's still funny because you got Giselle bringing in shirts, talking about did he do his taxes or free this and whatever and stuff, or the hat party where she names herself the queen, but it's Karen's birthday. So it's that type of energy that we do appreciate this show for. So I'm glad they're in a space that we're gonna see if they agree. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna see if it upholds. We're gonna see how long this stands. But if they could agree to disagree, I'm here for it. All right. How you feel about that feather top that that Wendy Her feathery top that she came in on.
Listen, she's extra. You know, she's so extra. So, but she looked good though. We can't even hit her too much because although she looked like Big Bird at the top, she was looking good. When Wendy really her glow up,
Hmm.
chef's kiss for her.
Yeah.
But I think they looked like they was going to two different places though. Like
I
it's
think
like Wendy was at the evening at an evening event, and Gizelle was at brunch. So they weren't at the same place.
Wendy said, I got somewhere to be after this, so I'm gonna do a 2 for 1. When she came in, I was just like, she said, I'm gonna wear this top. I bought it, I'm gonna wear it. So y'all gonna get in one of these scenes. But yeah, she does have a great glow up. Wendy's looking good. Uh, anyhow, moving on. Chad, I don't forgot what happened after that. I'm about to be in a whole nother episode. The episodes is kind of combining at this point for me right now, so I'm gonna be all over the place. But let's just be all over the place. F it, okay? Let's speak on Wendy since we're on Wendy right now. Her mom came over and took over her kitchen. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, okay, I see Wendy, you grew up with your mom, but I feel like you still don't like your mom's cooking. Like, mom came out with a stick. I don't know what that was. Somebody please help me. That piece of root.
I think that was some type of
It was a root. Some type of root.
salted fish. It was either a salted fish or some type of
That thing
salted.
she kept saying in Wendy's face, that looked like some fruit. It
No, I
almost looked
think
like
it
a
was
big old
something they
finger.
use for like seasoning, like for a very authentic African dish. So sometimes like how you see in the supermarket, they'll have like salted cod or see Elson's on the same page, or like some type of it looked like a salted fish.
That's what it
I
looked
don't
like
think
to
that
me. It was cassava,
it
but it
was.
wasn't because she said it stink. It couldn't have been
Yeah,
cassava.
that's why I thought it was a salted fish. That's
But it
really what
looked
I thought
dry.
it was.
I know, but it looked so dry and so big. Like she was swinging it around like it was a stick. I'm like, why are you carrying? If it's a fish, why are you carrying on like this?
Yeah, cassava, I don't think they usually salt the leaves dried. Yeah, maybe it's dried fish. I don't know, but in the drying process, they use
They
salt.
salt, yeah,
They
you
salt
salted
it, and then that's why the
the
color
agency
changes like
person.
that to that like brownish tan. Because I've seen that in ethnic supermarkets sometimes. You'll see different fish, and it looks like that. I've never cooked with it.
Tap sleep,
Not
Sean. So
hmm.
okay, I'm back. Go ahead.
What you
No,
say?
my internet had acted up for a second, so I'm back. Go ahead. I think I missed the last you said.
Oh no, I was just saying I've been in supermarkets and I've seen fish that looks like that in the section, and
No,
people use that
cassava is
as a
not.
seasoning. Hmm?
Yeah. No, I'm reading they'll say a comment. Cassava is white on the inside, but the outside it looks like bark. Cassava is dark on the inside. I mean, on the outside, it looks like bark. I was saying it's not as dark. I know it wasn't cassava because it's not as dark as cassava. It looked more like a ginger color, like a
Yeah.
big old ginger root that she had in her hand. That's what it really looked like. And I couldn't remember.
You froze. We lost Jay a little bit.
I've been having good internet all up until today. All up until today. Here we go. Yeah, so I don't know. um,
The stink thing is what made me really think that it was
fish.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking jackfruit because jackfruit something that's along the lines of a jackfruit because jackfruit stinks as well when you open
Mm.
it. When I know it's not jackfruit because you can tell that, but some root vegetables do have a stench when you crack it open or whatever. Whatever it was, she pulled that big old thing out the refrigerator, and I was like, "Okay, mama."
Yeah.
But did Wendy? I don't remember. Did Wendy tell her mom about her retirement from John Hawkins in this scene?
Yeah, I think she mentioned it.
I'm
Yeah, I
so
think she mentioned it. Yeah, I think she did tell her.
I'm so sorry, y'all. This is like the worst review this ever because I'm like really lost on a lot of stuff. But I was trying to remember because I know that in episode one she had to say that she had to break it to her mom, and I was like, they had to
Mhm.
have this scene for her to break it. But I feel like I might have fell asleep right after she pulled that thing out the refrigerator. I'm so sorry. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I don't think they stayed on that conversation too long. They more
Okay.
so focused on um her Wendy's husband. I don't remember his name. Oh, Eddie.
Maybe.
They focused on Eddie's family and that whole stuff. They
Oh,
didn't really.
okay. That was the conversation. Yeah, about her trying to get bonded with his mom. Her mom trying to bond with his mom or whatever, and they still being shunned, I guess, from whatever heritage root they got going on. So yeah, I remember that. Um, Ashley sits with Stacy. I'm gonna get back to Gizelle because I know that's gonna fall into it. But Ashley sit with Stacy, and they find out, she finds out that Stacy is going through her divorce or whatnot, and that Stacy has a friend. And Ashley takes it upon herself, in my opinion. Ashley puts herself kind of in Stacy's position. Like, oh, you have a friend, that must mean, you go over the relationship, but she doesn't understand why she still feels sad about the fact that she's getting divorced. And we also meet Ashley's daughter, who is trilingual. She learns what she knows, Spanish, German, and English.
Oh, Stacy's daughter.
Stacy's daughter. That's Ashley. Sorry, Stacy's daughter. Yeah, but not so. But yeah, Stacy's going through her divorce, but she also has a friend that she's not having intercourse or relations with or whatnot. They brought it up, so I got to bring it up too. They decided that they want to bring it up, so this is what it is. She wants to make it a point that wants to do the things the right way because he is Christian. He doesn't want to, have relations before they get married. But I was thinking to myself, if he wants to do things the right way and they're not Christian, and I understand why she keeps calling him a friend, but clearly there's some type of intimate friendship there, and he wants to do things the right way. Why are you intervening while she's still married? Wait till she's kind of like done being married. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of an overlap there going on or whatnot for something to be done the right way.
Yeah, I I don't know what to say about their relationship. It's definitely a little strange. I think. Well, I don't want to say strange. Maybe strange is a heavy way of saying it, but there's definitely something that just, you know, and it's not that they have to be getting into it, they have to be intimate with each other. I don't think that's the issue, but I just feel like they really are just friends because it don't make sense and he don't seem to like her so much. I mean, that'll be more uncovered in the episode too, but yeah, I think he's more she might like him a little more than he likes her. And then also it's like he's just a placeholder. Sometimes you need, people say that you need like a bridge to help you get out of your current relationship. So maybe he's a bridge for her because she has to know that he really doesn't like her or doesn't seem like he's that into her. So maybe she's like, "Hey, listen, I know I need to get out of my marriage, but well, if he's the maintenance man, he's failing at the job because he ain't maintaining nothing. He's just keeping her company, you know? So,
Sorry, I had a little emergency, but Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one was picking up what he was putting down because I was like, he was giving more energy to her trainer. I don't know. He was though. He was. I was like, this eye contact with the trainer. I must have woke up at this point, but the eye contact with the trainer was a little bit more strong than it was with her. It definitely gave me friendship with her. It was just given, I'm here, while you get through this divorce, whatever, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. But high five, knock it off. I cut the crap, man. Hey, hey. Not that strange. I don't know if it's that strange, okay, but I was watching. I was like,
Maybe it's brotherly love and camaraderie. You know, that's
yeah. We'll see where it goes once the divorce is finalized. We'll see how this goes because maybe he is just keeping it real friendly for his own safety and to keep his standards and morals intact. So he is keeping his fair distance, and that could be what we're seeing or whatnot. So well, I'll just keep it there until after her divorce, and we'll see how the relationship develops from there. Um, Back to like episode 2 before we skip back into 3 because most of the stuff happens in 3. But episode 2, there was a main event that was taking place, which it was the GNA showcase that Gizelle invited them all at Karen's brunch sit down, and all the girls said that they were attending, that they were coming, that was invited to the brunch. So we know Kiana wasn't invited to the brunch, so she didn't get an invitation, but all the girls agreed to go to it. Um, However, Karen be feeling some type of way. So Karen, a day or two before, decides that she's going to invite the rest of the girls to her event on the same day where she's getting an award. And she's sending a car for the girls. So the girls all jump in the car. They try to go to the things. Of course, Wendy said that she said she gonna be there for Karen, so she gonna be there for Karen. Kiana didn't get invited to the last event, and she said the last time she went to a GNA event, it got ghetto for her, and we know what happened to her. She got accosted in defense of Candace, and so she like, yeah, I'm not going to that or whatever. But the rest of the girls decide that they're gonna try to make it over to the GNA event, which was also an event to honor Gizelle's dad, her late dad, who had just recently passed from cancer. And yeah, they had a time limit to be there at 8. They showed up at 8:03. Gizelle kicked them out. Do you think Gizelle was right or wrong in her approach?
Two things can be true. You know, I think it was definitely if they had RSVP to her event first, to the Giselle and Ashley event first, then that's where they should have went. And if they wanted to try to go to Karen's event, then they should have went afterwards, or just not at all. Especially, it wasn't like they were throwing together some piece together fashion show, right? It was something honoring her dad, very personal, and it was a fundraiser. I think Wendy handled it the best because she just didn't go. You know what I mean? And that's fine. And I actually respect her for that because that's authentic. They're still building to get their relationship, but she rather just go to Karen's event. So she went to Karen's event. Then just do that. But don't show up. I mean, her having a temper tantrum wasn't the best thing. We see how that plays out later. But I don't think it was right for them. I think that was very rude for them to go to Karen's event. And then also Karen was problematic too because she's trying to save face and all of a sudden she's getting honored. Meanwhile, she don't really know what she's being honored for. She's trying to do some PR cleanup because she got this DUI situation flying around. Yeah, we know what that was about. Nothing but foolishness.
Yeah, I agree. Two things can be right at the same time. I don't think that she should have, especially for 3 minutes late. Just let them be there. They got Karen's car. They done left Wendy. Y'all could stay. But we will have this discussion because the truth is, what she's going to have to do is apologize later on to the girls because honestly, she was mad at Karen for pulling that stunt. You know what I'm saying? And I give them kudos. Apparently, the traffic is crazy out there, and for them to only be 3 minutes late when they showed us the time of them getting in there, so it's like they literally walked into Karen's event, had said hi, and walked back out to make it over there to try to make it for the 3 minutes. So the driver did his damn thing, however he did it. But yeah, y'all probably should have just stayed with your first RSVP, especially if the time was lapping over or whatever. Or it seems like Karen's event was longer. So if I made it to your event and I just missed your award, I just missed your award. But you did give me an invite late. You know, I get it. Karen was slick by sending them a car so to ensure that they came to her. And as she liked to say, the people have chosen. They chosen the free ride, Karen. That's what they chose. They didn't choose you, ma'am. They chose a free ride. Um, Ashley stood by her lady. Since she the new Robin, she stood by Gizelle. But she did try to get the girls to come a little bit early to be there for on time for it because I don't think Gizelle really explained that it was for her dad. I think maybe if she had explained this is something for her dad, and maybe I don't know if editing took it out, but if she had explained that, I think the girls would have made a better decision on just going to Giselle's
No,
thing.
she did. She
She
did.
did
They
say it
know.
was for her dad
Mhm.
prior.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
definitely.
well, at
Because
least
the
that's
whole
what.
thing was up around brain cancer. Yeah, she had the partners come in, and that was all in the
I know
invitation.
that part, but I didn't think that she told the girls.
Oh no, they knew. They knew for
Oh well,
sure.
hell, hell, them hell was just wrong because like don't should not show up to my daddy event. But before y'all go, let me get you to donate a little something because we know that that's Ashley. Like, hold up, wait a minute. I know y'all
Ashley
3 minutes
is
late.
simple for that. That's why that lady closed that door on her.
Ashley said, I know y'all 3 minutes late, but let me get your money real quick before you go. That's why I said I would have just let them stay. I'd have let it stay because at the end of the day, it's still for a good cause. Y'all not about to ruin this. I'll take my business up with Karen because Karen is the one who pulled the move. Y'all did the best y'all could. You know, it is what it is. But it looked like it was a nice event, and I'm glad it turned out well for her. And I hope she accomplished what she needed to accomplish with it. Sad that her dad had to pass for her to have to get in the space of wanting to honor some people. But you know what? A lot of times this happens in our lives that things happen, and that's when we realize life be life and for people sometimes. And so I'm glad she's getting in there. Yeah, it was just 3 minutes, Katie. 3 minutes, 3 whole minutes. But I guess hey, some
Well, again,
places close
Ashley
event.
is the Ashley is the one that said 3 to come by 8. So she should have been doing a better job of defending them when when Giselle told them to go. She should have been like, no, 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 Giselle, I told them to be here by 8. She was like, well, it is 8:04. Nah, Ashley, you were the one that told them to get here by 8,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So if you are the one that told them to be there by 8, you should be advocating for your people and not just sitting there
Now I got
siding with Giselle.
right now I gotta laugh at this. They might have had better networking opportunities, but they didn't stay to do any. So it didn't work out for them. They left the networking opportunities to get kicked out the other ones. So child, I'd have just left and ate. I'm like, you know me. Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna go find me some food. Make it back over to Karen's. Stop and get something to eat, and then make it back over to Karen's. The hell. I don't know who Sheila. Who Sheila daughter is the tackiest little thing. Who is Sheila? High vibes wrote Sheila's daughter. I don't know who Sheila.
Is Sheila Ashley's mother? Maybe that's Ashley's mother's name.
Oh, oh, okay. Child, I was like, I don't know who Sheila is. Anywho,
I'm guessing. I'm trying to. I
I
think
can't
that's
remember
Ashley's
Ashley
mother's
mama
name.
name. Yeah,
Yeah, it might
okay.
be
She said
Sheila.
Ashley mama. Okay. All right. Well, we know how Ashley do. Ashley chose her side. She said she was gonna stick by Gizelle, though. She did pick a side and she stayed there, so she didn't play the middle on this time. So you got to commend her on that one, because you know Ashley will ride a fence. She'll straddle a fence if she do anything else. So
No, she caused the problem because
I know
she's
she
the one
caused a
that told.
problem, but she
And
also did tell Gizelle that she was gonna stand by her decision. So
yeah, I still think Ashley was hella problematic in this scene because how that's like me, you know, me talking to you and El Cid are hosting the show, right? And then I talk to El Cid and I'm like, El Cid, I'm gonna be a little late. And she's like, okay, just make sure you come by 8 o'clock. And then I get to come in, you know, you see me in StreamYard at 8:04. Because if it's me, it's probably gonna be 8:15, but that's neither here nor there. But
804 is doing good for you.
I got a 15 to 20 minute grace period, but we're not gonna get off course. And then I come in and you're like, nah, Sean, I told you to be here on time. And I'm like, but El Cid told me to be here by 8. It's 8:05. And El Cid just looks at you and is like, well, it is. I said 8, it's 8:05. That's your business, Sean. You know, it's like
Well,
you should be, if you're communicating for the host, or if it's a co-hosted event, then don't leave me out.
but 805 still ain't 8, Sean. So 803 is still ain't 8.
Come on now.
I mean, she could have did a better job of speaking up. You like I agree on that part. But she did tell Gizelle after she told her that I told the girls to be here at 8, and Gizelle said, no, I don't want them here. They shouldn't come at all. She's gonna tell her, well, I'm gonna stand by your side or whatever. So she stood by their side until she chased them out.
Meanwhile, they're thinking it's okay to be there by 8. That's why she's a menace. Because you need to communicate that back with them and
Back
say,
to
hey,
them.
listen, guys, if I'm you, just don't come, because the way Gizelle is acting now might be problematic.
You agree with Sean? Okay.
Who's that? The
Uh-uh.
little one?
No, that's mustache.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Give me 1 second because I got an itch in my throat real quick. Hold up. Sorry.
Well, El Cid said he would have security ready. Well, Gizelle did have security ready. She did.
She was like, security, send them out, please. Child, I'm not about to do this back and forth with y'all. Just go. Just go. And they left, slamming the door in Ashley's face.
She said, wrap
Okay.
this up.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't make it to the event, so they didn't get to see their event. They didn't get to see Karen event. But Karen was okay. She didn't care. I didn't hear Karen complain at all that the ladies came and left. She was, well, it is what it is. Karen's
She had
fine.
Wendy there with her the whole time too. So Wendy
Yeah,
was
she had
there.
Wendy and Kiarna or whatnot. So we got a little bit of Kiarna. Her mother and whatnot. She said she about to move into her house with her man, but she not pressed on marriage.
Yeah. It's the moving is one thing, but building a house with somebody that you're not like there's no like investment in the relationship. I think that's just a real sticky. You know, God bless her. You know, it's not like you have to put marriage on a pedestal if that's not something that you want, but you're intertwining your finances with somebody. I hope she has a real good contract, real good terms around what's happening in that house. Or are you just moving into a house, he's building it, and he's giving you a little bit of say so on how it's being built?
Or is this investment property that y'all doing together?
Yeah, something. I just feel like that's so intertwined. If you don't have an ironclad contract, it can be really sticky. And she's already living in his house technically now until the house is built. Does she still have her apartment? Because he
I'm
seems
not gonna
pretty dry too. He
listen.
seems very dry. So
Long as she don't get that champagne flute, she might be okay because you know how these things go with relationships on these shows. So hopefully hers be for the better. Because I mean, we get some relationships. Candy and Todd are still thriving good. You know, Nene and Craig made it all the way up into his passing. I mean, we watched them divorce and get remarried and things like that. But like you say, you got to have a tight contract, especially coming on to these reality TV shows because they seem to destroy relationships and whatnot. So hopefully this is some investment that they both agreed of. They both have their paperwork in place and we get it there.
Katie's a trip. I didn't say that, Katie, but I can understand.
Just gonna put it up because he didn't say it, but she did. So.
It's her next comment that
Oh, this one.
I didn't say. I said his personality was dry. Let me be clearer. His personality is a little dry, and he doesn't seem that interested. But
Katie said it's parched because it's drying up everything around her. Katie not feeling it. Katie not feeling it. That's hilarious. Anywho, we also get introduced to Jacqueline and her man. What's the PP stand?
Her what?
Her PP.
Parental partner. Parental partner.
That's what the PP stand for. Not her man. Her
and now this is where Katie can come in. And what else? What else does the PP stand for, Jay? I hope you didn't speed past that part.
I didn't see past that part. I wanted to because I was just like, this is all getting awkward at this point. This is all getting awkward because first of all, let's rewind. We walk into the house that this staycation home that Ink and Mia now has right now while Ink is in town. They go away to stay outside of the apartment because Gordon is on one side of the apartment building while they're on the other side of the apartment building. So it's too close for home. They want to have privacy. They go there. Please go away, Bambi. They go there and Jacqueline comes over with her PP. But Jacqueline informs us that Ink used to try to hit on her when Mia and Ink weren't together, which is kind of confusing because it sounds to me like they always been together. But he just been on the off and on again, just like her and her man was on the off and on again. But I was picking up on some looks here too. And it was real awkward on the looks or whatever. And then that's when she decides that she wants to mention her man's size to Ink. I was like, okay, not the swinger of it all. Why are we saying this? Why are we saying this to Ink? Like, why does he care? I just didn't understand this whole conversation and why it got there, nor do I understand the parental partner. Are we co-parenting? Are we together? Are we trying to have a relationship again? Like, what is happening? These storylines, man.
All of the above.
I just seen swingers. I just seen swingers in the future.
Jacqueline and Mia are never going to beat these allegations of them just sharing and swinging and doing all the things.
That's what I'm saying, Elle said. I'm not sure what's happening at this point because that's what it was definitely given. That's what it was definitely given. Like we're trying to ease our way into these situations. We just gonna baby oil it on in there and stuff and see what it do. So I don't know.
Or have they done it already? So they're just priming us to get ready. Because if it comes out, it's like, well,
I don't think they have because the interaction between Ink and her man and Jacqueline's man was kind of weird too. Because Ink was seeming like he didn't know how to do it. So I was like, I'm kind of picking up. I'm feeling like Jacqueline, when she said that he was hitting on her, I feel like it's true. Either that or there was a little throuple situation between Mia, her, and Ink at one point because he was giving me a little weird energy too when he was talking to the man.
Either that or the PP guy. Somebody done dipped and dabbled in both of them. I don't know.
Anyway, it was a whole weird interaction. And I'm gonna see what happens as we go forward with that.
Something
But
is
something was
giving
going on.
Tyler and his sexcapades too. He's
Yep. Yep, all
it,
over the
and
place.
they're in DC too. Hey, might be a
Well,
crossover.
well,
Might be a
well,
crossover.
Mia or
You
Jacqueline,
might be on to something.
which one of y'all, or both of y'all was over there?
Mhm. Exactly.
It's a big old party, you know what I'm saying? Let us find out. Don't let us find out, child.
Look at that.
Child.
We put the pieces together. We'll figure it out. So
I'm sorry, it was real awkward though. I was just like, what is this energy? And I'm definitely giving it was the energy of two people in this room have done things that some people don't are not aware of or whatever. But okay. Nobody said anything and oh my days.
Katie is on a roll. We need her to be the guest panelist to come up here.
Oh my God,
We need
for
to drop
real.
the StreamYard link for Katie.
Exactly. I'm about to have Katie come on up, child. I gotta have you come up after the 30-minute mark though.
Exactly.
Yeah, ease the people just like me and Jacqueline trying to ease the
Exactly.
people into it. We gotta ease the people into you, Katie.
Don't mess with your monetization,
Excuse me. And so, anyways, Mia is planning another birthday getaway, but she's also planning a getaway for the girls. So this is going to be the first group cast trip that they take. Um, dang, I just forgot the location for
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay, I think that's what it's
Yeah.
North Carolina. That's what I thought I heard.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah,
Some lake in Charlotte they were going to.
yeah, it looks very nice, and I was like, okay, Mia with the personal concierge and everything. Everybody get their own little Bentley Farnsworths. I was like, I'm for this, okay. But of course, it always falls on Wendy's birthday, so that's why I said slash birthday trip. And Karen is pissed. Karen is pissed. She said, y'all give me these little rinky dink hat parties, but y'all want to go all out for Wendy. But Wendy makes sure that everybody know it's her birthday. I can't even say it like her right now. Shoot, she good. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen on this girls' trip. I'm trying to remember. Were they in the car? So please correct me because I watched the behind the scenes for episode 4. Were they in the car by the time they got at the end of this, or we just announced the girls' trip?
This is episode 2.
3. This is the end of
Or
3.
3. The current.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in. They got on the plane and then they were leaving the airport in their cars on their way to
They in
the.
the car. Okay, because I did watch a sneak peek for episode 4 too, so I might have some confusion. I'm trying not to overlap it into there or whatnot. So they did do the plane ride. They got there, and Stacy drove separate. We know Stacy drove separate, so that's where they got the gossiping and all this stuff. I'm gonna shut up on this part just because I'm gonna end up overlapping some of the sneak peek because I know they were in the car. But did I miss anything? We talked about Stacy and her friend with Ashley bringing it up.
No, we didn't really get into how that came up, and we didn't get into. We didn't. You started the conversation around the
Yeah,
trainer, but when she asked him, on a scale of 1 to 10 or however she asked him, how interested in being intimate are you? And then he gave that answer. And then production asked her, is he a virgin? And then that answer was even worse.
wait, that answer is very peculiar. When she says he's had partners, but he's very adamant about not sleeping with a woman until marriage, I was like, why, man, why would you say this like this?
Yeah, she don't like him. That made me tell her she don't like him and he don't like her. This is a relationship for TV. Because if you like me and you describe my sexual past like that, you don't like me. Because you trying to give people room to project falsehoods into there. That was just not a clear-cut answer. Yeah, so
Not a good answer at all, because that's what made me even look further at him when he was looking at the trainer. I was like, oh Jesus, you're confirming what I thought. I think what it is that she's just getting attention, and she has somebody to kind of confide in and talk to, and she's building an emotional relationship more than anything with him. And sometimes when we build our emotional relationship, we kind of want to be physical to see how it go. But yeah, like you said, I don't think he's really into her the way that she's into him at this point. But she got real offended when Ashley did bring it up. So I'll go back to that because she brought it up. And but I would be offended with Ashley too, because it's like, girl, just because you want to be a pro out here in these streets don't mean that everybody got to be a pro with you, okay? You don't always have to get under another to get over a person. So what you do with your free with your time while you still married, that's on you. But everybody don't move like you, and that was kind of rude of Ashley just to assume like, oh, your friend, you got to be smashing. You know, it's not necessarily the case. So I felt some type of way, and I understood her offense when she got it, because it's like, girl, I barely talked to you. I just told you about my friend. Why are you bringing my business up here like this on TV? You're trying to be messy at this point, and especially in the way that you're trying to bring it up. Like, I told you we're not having sex, so stop trying to bring it up like I'm trying to get over my ex with some new peen, even though that might be in the background of her mind. But like she said, when she said her divorce, she's got to separate a whole lot because they've been so intertwined with her husband as far as being in the community, I guess business wise and all that stuff. There's so many layers to their relationship that they got to separate now. She's trying to do it the right way. And if you keep running around town telling people, oh, you got a friend, it's going to look crazy, because it does look like you're probably cheating. And even if you weren't. So I get her hesitation on Ashley saying these things. What you think about it on Ashley's part?
um I think if she's gonna be that sensitive about it, she should have said something to her when she told her. Now, was Ashley carrying information that she probably didn't need to carry? Sure. But at the end of the day, Stacy told us that she's seeing somebody and she knows that her husband is seeing somebody, but they don't talk about it. You introduced the new relationship on the show also, so it's not like it's a secret you told her off camera and now she's telling it on camera. No, you talked about it. She's just doing what people do in these scenarios, which is carry information. And listen, we know Ashley's MO. She gonna bump her gums and spill any beans, everybody else's versus hers first, but she's gonna talk the stuff. So I just think the lady should have just, if she really wanted to be the one to tell the women like, okay, I did move on and blah blah blah, then Ashley, she should have just been like, hey, listen, I'm kind of confiding in you because we're getting to know each other, but let me tell the girls in my own mind, in my own time, you know. That, I kind of think that's how she should have played it. But again, I can understand sometimes too in a friend group, because I've been in that situation where you just didn't get around to telling your other friends yet, and somebody else tells them for you, and you're like, damn, I didn't even get a chance to say the words, like she was, because Ashley did kind of speak for her. So as we're talking through it, I can understand a little bit, because it's like she's mid-sentence and she's like, yes, I'm divorced. Give her a chance to convey the information if she wants to convey it in that open setting. So I'm kind of seeing it. I'm twerking on the fence right now. What do you want? I don't know.
I can talk on the fence with you too, because it's just like, yes, like you said, if you don't want nobody to know, don't tell nobody, especially on national TV or whatnot. And I don't know if you watch the show, but it's going on for 7 seasons now. This is the seventh one. It's going on 6 before you got here. You should have known my Ashley by now. Should do a little research. You gonna know Ashley gonna be the one that tell your business. But in all fairness, as I am stating my business, let me be the one right now to do it. Like I think it'd be a little different if she wasn't sitting there and Ashley goes and tells Gizelle, "Oh, you know she has a friend." That's different. But as I'm telling my story, please give me a chance to tell my story. I'm sitting right here. Don't just jump in. Oh, she has a friend, so that's why she doesn't. I don't understand why you, if you have a friend, why you feel sad. Like, and I get where Gizelle was saying I was happy when my divorce was over, but it's like, Gizelle, you went through some stuff through your divorce. They might not have went through some of the same stuff, so she might have some feelings. You got to let her process her feelings the way she do it, because your divorce is not her divorce. Ashley, your divorce is not her divorce. So let her tell y'all what she's going through, and then you can share your experience. That would have been a better way, instead of just jumping in and try to project your experience onto her. Because, like she said, I don't have a friend just to be trying to get over my relationship or whatever. My friend just happened to come in. I meet this person as I'm going through it. So, but sometimes you just can't tell everybody everything. So I got some friends right now. They remember everything, and they just have a leaky faucet. They just get comfortable when talking, and then they just talk, and things just come out, and it's not intentional, it's not to hurt you or anything like that. They're just comfortable, and they just feel like, oh, because I'm comfortable sharing, I should share your stuff too, and stuff. So sometimes you do got to tell them, you got to know that person, be like, hey, this is between me and you, please keep it there, or whatever. And if they a good friend, they actually will do it. We don't know what friend Ashley is going to be to Stacey, but at this point, it don't look like it's going to be a great one, because, oh yeah, I remember the part when Karen got to telling the people off. Karen got to telling the people off, and checking Ashley, because Ashley wanted to tell Karen, "Oh, you're just deflecting, or whatever. You don't want to talk about the DUI." And then Karen goes, "Well, when your man was around here playing grabby ass, you didn't want to say anything either, or whatever." And somehow, I don't know how we got on Ashley's feet, but Ashley's feet got on the counter. I was like, "Why is your feet on the counter, ma'am? Put your outside shoes." And I know you had a problem with this, Sean. Her outside shoe foot, the whole foot was on the counter. I said, Ashley, please have some goddamn couth about yourself, like, woman. Okay, you could have walked around the counter and to the camera if you want the camera to see your daggone foot. But child, please get your daggone bunions off of the daggone off the counter, please. I was like, rudeness.
That's Karen's fault, because Karen was dragging her. She was dragging her, and I was like, she went for the bunions. Oh my gosh, Karen! Yeah, that's how you know Karen is sick of her. She don't want to talk about this DUI. She's like, look, I'm trying to wiggle my way out of this, and this is the second time I done found myself. So yeah, Ashley need to keep your feet on the floor, sis. Especially, you got hammer time going on in your toes. Keep them toes on the floor and covered, please. And you make a lot of money, lady. And y'all your husband is super wealthy. Just go through the surgery, baby girl. Come on. Those are painful from what I understand too, you know.
Karen said, what are those? Like, right, the hammer time of it all. Listen, I don't think Ashley has watched Boomerang either. Okay, because otherwise she would have got them things taken care of. While she over here trying to slang her punani everywhere, she'd have got them things taken care of before they start judging her feet while she's sleeping. Okay, this is probably why Michael didn't stay home. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just playing. See Katie rubbing off on me. I gotta. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Katie said she ran into Ashley at a party. We didn't know you were in the DMV area, Katie. You really are an insider.
Not you wish you looked at them feet. You're gonna look at them next time, ain't you? She can wear booty. Winter is coming. She can wear booties. Child, knowing Ashley, she
You
gonna
need
have
to
them
wear
feet up.
Uggs to keep them things safe and
She
secure.
she need to wear a cast. She need to wear a boot. Just go get them done. Get them done one at a time. Put the boot on. Walk around like Gizelle with the boot for a little while. Get their feet. I guess she'll get them done now that they've been highlighted. Because child, everybody about to be on her. It's gonna be what was that picture? Was that LeBron James with the was it LeBron or was it Shaq? It was Shaquille with the feet. One of them had their feet picture running around for a while. Job. Yeah, I get that. Giselle apologized. Giselle, nobody thought that Giselle can apologize, but she apologized twice to the girls. You know what I'm saying? And I commend Giselle for it because, like she said, it. I'm not mad at y'all. I shouldn't have took it out on y'all. I was actually mad at Karen, and she had a private apology with Mia. I guess that took place off camera, and then she apologized to Stacy and Jazzy. I guess that's the girl named Jazzy. Jazzy a little spicy. Oh, she a little fiery somebody, ain't she? Ooh, she be ready to pop off. But yeah, I thought that was good of Giselle. What you think about Giselle's apology? You think it was sincere?
Yeah, I'm I was pleasantly impressed. I think she realized it. Again, we know that HR has been involved. HR is folks is like, all right, they're getting their warnings. So I was impressed that it happened so quickly. I thought it was going to take to the reunion, but she did it, and I gotta say, good job to her because she's exactly right. You know, she nailed it. You know, she was upset more at Karen than them, and they just got the brunt of her wrath.
Well, Shane said she ain't showing no growth. Okay, again, the only grace that's around here is Giselle's oldest daughter, I guess, because Jesus.
Wow. Oh, I misread that comment until I looked at it again up when you brought it on the screen. Yeah, she
Right.
is not.
Yeah, not showing growth. No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So what you say, Katie? That's a chat GPS,
that
GTP
GPT.
apology. No, you said you think okay, let me go. Hey, Shane. You said I think the only reason Giselle apologized is because her bestie Robin is not there, in my opinion, and you need a friend on these shows. Well, that's why Sean just says that HR has stepped in. HR has stepped in and it's like, hey, you out here flying solo dolo now, so you better figure it out, man. Be figure it out before you be out. So, but you know what? Despite which I feel like even if it wasn't a real apology, it was apology that was needed because it wasn't she wasn't not mad. She was not mad at the girls because the girls did what they were going to do. They were torn in between the two and they're trying to, kind of please both sides. They don't want to be showing favoritism or whatnot. So it's like, let me try to attend both parties. She's mad at Karen. Karen is the one who decided last minute, oh yes, oh yeah, I forgot. I have something going on when she already herself agreed that she was going to show up to Giselle's event. And then all of a sudden she has this new thing after she sits and think about, oh, it was an interrogation party that Giselle threw for me. It actually wasn't an interrogation party. Your stuff is in the news, Kara. Let's be honest. Your DUI was on your DUI made the news before the show even started filming. They're gonna have questions. If you don't want to talk about it, you can't talk about it, just say that. But they're gonna have questions. So you're making it worse on yourself by trying to do all these things or whatever. And then we find out with Jacqueline stating that she called her drunk, that Karen does this on a regular. Because now you know piss Giselle off, and Giselle like, oh, Karen calls on a regular drunk. So I'm like, you should have just went on to your party. Probably invited Kiarna because you already know she wasn't going to Giselle's thing or whatever. See if Wendy wanted to go and let the rest of the girls go their way. You didn't have to do all that stuff, Karen. You really didn't. So I don't know. And it's not like cameras can't film at the same thing. We've seen cameras film at two different events before. I think we did that last year with the GNA fashion show and somebody else fashion show. I mean, somebody else thing last time. So it is what it is. I don't watch Orange County, so I don't know who Shannon is.
Oh, she's one of she also had a DUI this season.
Oh, okay. I know that person. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. We just want to know why you was drinking and you decided to hop yourself in that car. But I guess we'll wait since her court thing is actually going to a full out court situation. I guess we do have to just wait to see what happens with it because it is a full blown case. Now, what I don't understand is if Karen is still driving, how is she still driving? Because, like I said, everybody I know with a DUI had to use a breathalyzer and do all that stuff. So I don't know if she want to sit here and do that. Just get the Uber. Just get the Uber or get the car, like you said, for the girls.
I guess she'll figure it out. The last driver she had to get rid of them because their allegations started around that. So Ray
There's
might be
women
like, "Yeah,
drivers.
you can't have no driver.
There's women drivers.
It's 2024. That don't mean nothing."
Karen, give me old school. Karen ain't trying to dabble in none of that. I don't think so. I don't think so. But you never know. Karen out here, Karen out here getting this body work all together. You know what I'm saying? She like, shoot, I'm attracting something. Oh, you unmuted your mic. I thought you was about to say something, Shine.
Oh, I was just thinking, and I said, "Let me be quiet."
That's why your smile went to it. Oh my days. But that's another thing. She need to just stop drinking altogether. But there's that.
Don't
So
tell her that because she was mad at Gizelle with the mocktails that other episode. She got pissed.
she thought Gizelle was being shady with that. It's like, girl, she not. She not. Just calm down.
Karen always has something convoluted going on. She said, what did she say? She said, "I'm not drinking because of my medication. It has nothing to do with that."
And then the next thing, she got some drinks.
Just like remember that time, I don't remember what season this was, but she said her stomach hurt and she needed to drink milk. I'm like,
Yeah.
the last thing is good for your stomach is milk. I never heard that it's going to help your stomach. So
You're gonna put some bacteria in your stomach, like Pepto-Bismol, make milk of magnesia. Is that what you saying? By the milk?
yeah, maybe she meant milk and
Milk of
magnesia.
the poppy?
No, she
Milk of
was
the poppy?
asking the waiter for milk. I'm like, nah, girl, then something's not wrong with your stomach because if something's wrong with your stomach and you're drinking milk, woo,
Something really
that's
about to
a
be
step
wrong with
back.
your stomach. Now, maybe she was saying said she had some little acid reflex going on, and that's why she wanted the milk. Because I don't know what it was. That Karen just be making up stuff. Karen just be saying stuff just to say stuff. Sometimes you just gotta let her go. But the way she came in screaming when them ladies was going back and forth, I said, "Ooh, Mama Karen, okay, okay." I was like, "Oh, I don't think I ever seen this side of Karen and stuff. She is tired of y'all screaming all loud and things in her presence." I was like, are you just mad at them going back and forth, or are you actually mad at the fact that they throwing a better birthday for Wendy than they do for you? Why they show all those things going wrong with Karen's birthday?
Well, the hats were nice,
It wasn't no fight. Well, it wasn't no physical fight this
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
Poor Karen. She can't win for losing.
You better be glad they're fussing about something that doesn't involve her.
Right. What was that it? That was pretty much it, right? Did I cover
Yeah, that
everything?
was it. I mean, we talked about it earlier before we did the review, but Stacey
Oh,
was talking about raising her biracial daughter.
okay. Yeah. I know Katie asked about the biracial fit. I was like, I don't want to just talk about her kids, but actually raising the daughter. Here's my thing with this. I know she's in DC. Detroit is not really that far. DC is Chocolate City, from my opinion. That's what I was always told. From what I know, is a lot of black people in DC. I'm kind of confused on how maybe just the actual neighborhood she's living in is not very diverse. But I'm just like, ma'am, there's a lot of black people your child can be around, like outside of the school and stuff. You can present her with other people. I don't understand.
I think maybe I was trying to understand. I said, let me just not take it at surface level. I think she more so meant her family. You know what I mean? Like, because we get our sense of identity as much as we can socialize with other Black people, but as we're younger, we have our cousins that we grow up around, and our family members that teach us about culture. And depending on, if somebody's Caribbean, they'll have their Caribbean aunties and grandmas that cook. If we're Southern, our aunts and our grandmothers and our the elders within our family are cooking and giving us that insight into the culture. And then we have other people to socialize with that are our same age and similar culture. That's kind of what I meant.
I think she kind of mentioned that too, because she did mention how she used to be able to go across the street to her cousin's house and all these things like that. Um, Unfortunately, though, that is like the life of an only child anyway. I mean, she don't have the neighbor, she don't have her family around the corner, like she said. I get that. But even still, do they have children her age? You know what I'm saying? Like my generation, we had almost all my aunts and uncles had kids at the same time, so we kind of all kind of grew up together. We had that bond. But then when my daughter was born, it was one or two. They were born. She has one cousin that's born the same year, and then the other cousin that's 1 year older. But of course, we don't really live near each other for one, and then two, it's just like them when they got together. It was just them, so they were still doing isolated things, just in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Because they're only children. They don't really have people to play with. But just take I look at it like just take your kid over to your family. I don't understand what's the dynamic there that you can't just go over to Detroit, have her visit the family, spend time with them there. Sometimes she might need to take a summer there. I know it's going to get a little bit trickier now that she's going to be going with her dad some summers. She'll be with you some summers, but when she's with you some summers, maybe y'all plan on having a vacation with your family so she can be around them a little bit more, get to know them or whatnot. It's a good thing that she does get to know them in case something does happen to you or her father, that she's not a stranger coming into these homes anyway. So I just feel like it's an easy fix. It's not that hard. Outside of the school thing, I get what she means by that. Outside of the neighborhood, I get what she means by that. But just being away from your family, it's an easy fix. Ma'am, you got money. You can fly. I know she don't fly in. Oh, that's another thing. She don't fly in February.
May. I think the month of
Was it
May.
May?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I
so.
thought they were in February. Okay. Well, she don't. She 1 month of the year she doesn't fly at all.
Right.
I would not. But then that's fun road trip. If I mean that during both of those times of year, your daughter should be in school anyway, so you might not do it there. So, like I say, in the summer, we take these summer trips down to Detroit, spend some time there, have your family come down to you. You know, it works.
You figure it out. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that because I remember as you said that, I was like, I remember in the summers going down south, and I would spend not the whole summer, but I would spend a couple of weeks, down south, you
Hmm.
know. So, and that's how I got to know a lot of my family on this other side. And then we would have family reunions every other year. So there's so many things you could do. There's parent groups, there's and she's got money and access. There's Jack and Jill, where there's nothing but Black people,
Hmm.
that are in similar station as her. And I'm sure Giselle is in Jack and Jill, where she raised her daughters there, I'm sure, and she could help her, get in. There's so many things you could do. I just hope she doesn't use that as an excuse to no, 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 no. I'm
No,
definitely not biracial.
not biracial. He's the only child though, so he was feeding off of that comment that I made on that
Right.
part.
And just, remembering spending summers in the South, because most of my family, my mother's side of the family are heavily rooted in South Carolina, Georgia. And I got to understand that part of, you know, my family by going and spending a lot of summers there. So I think that's super important.
Hmm. Yeah. There's ways to get around it. I think it's an easy fix, because she does need to learn both sides. She needs to go to sometimes she might have to go to Germany and spend time with his family. She speaks German already, which is a great thing, so then she can just go there, blend in, and spend time with his family. Then she spends time with your family. I don't know why this hasn't been a thing already, but maybe they were in their own bubble traveling and doing business and all this stuff that it just become she's the only child. But now that you're starting to get a divorce, you too, Stacey, are going to have to lean into your family a little bit more. So this would be a great time for her to get to know everybody over there and spend more time there, whatnot. So, and I mean, unfortunately for her, Giselle's girls is grown up, but they seem like they'll take in. And then who else? Somebody has a little girl. Was it Kiarna or Jazzy? Oh no, 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 it's Jacqueline. Jacqueline and them. Wait, I want to make sure. Did I see some kids running around with somebody else?
I
With some
definitely
little
saw
girls?
Jacqueline's kids. I think she had 2 daughters or a son
She
and a
had two
daughter or
girls.
something,
So
'cause
they
they
look
they
about the same
the
age.
house.
Okay, it was Jacqueline when she came over with the kids. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. She said no. I know I don't know. I don't know. They might be a bad influence over the kids, but you know what? At least it's some cultural kids that you can be around. So I don't know. That's how I just look at it. There's some kids her age group that are at least on the show. I mean, their parents are on the show, so there's some type of camaraderie there. Y'all saying not Jacqueline either? Jesus, what the hell? I'm just trying to get a kid a friend, okay? Not the mama. I doubt Stacy gonna really be around Mia or Jacqueline too much in real life, but yeah. Um, Now was there anything else for sure?
I think we covered
Think
the
that's
the
it.
the most important parts.
Yeah, I know I'll do better last next week, but like I say, when I between a busy weekend of working all the way until getting sick, I just hadn't had time to really write down proper notes. So I'll do better next week. Sorry, y'all, for the confusion on this. I know Sean is looking for my structure. I usually be a little bit more structured, but yeah, yeah, I just couldn't get through it. I was like, I got to be here though. I need to be here because I can't push it off another week. Because if I push it off another week, guess what? We ain't gonna do it no more. So I gotta try to stay consistent on it. So, but thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for being here with me today. We'll be back next week. Keep you guys posted in the community because I am waiting to hear back from a couple of jobs to see if I booked a couple of gigs for next week. So if I didn't book, we'll be back here on Tuesday as scheduled. Before that, I got to make sure Sean's schedule is proper too. But we'll check. I'll put in a community page. We'll check behind the scenes and find out both our schedules work out. And we'll be back here with the next episode, episode 4 of Real Housewives of Potomac and whatnot. I'll see you guys back on Friday for Love is Blind. We know we got the wedding special of it all. And I'll be back here this afternoon as well to do my reaction to the Tyler baby mama video, as well as the Jesse Rue and Ricky video, which I haven't really fully watched. So it's going to be more of a live reaction. I probably won't go through the whole video, but I'll try to go through most of it that I can. So if y'all know pinpoint highlight points, just let me know of points y'all want me to talk about. But I got a lot on the BMs situation. I got a lot to say because I got a very unpopular opinion to a lot of people. I haven't seen many people's reaction to her thing, but I think I got a very unpopular opinion to that. Anywho, Sean, any final words before we get up out of here? And you want to tell the people where they can find you, where they should follow you?
Yeah, you can find me on IG, and then I make guest appearances obviously on your channel and Little Black Book, but primarily you can find me on IG. And lately my new obsession is TikTok, so you might find me over there, but I'm just creeping in the comments on TikTok though. I don't put out any content.
Creeping in the comments. I like that, CC. Sean just CC and out here creeping in the comments. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. We're gonna get up out of here. I'll see y'all back in about an hour 30 or so. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Now somebody said you creeping and